Hello, 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 and welcome to B&E Presents The Trend. This is actually special edition, episode 29 of season 2, and we have a government contract surprise for you today. I am Alviana Brewster, the owner and CEO of Black Nurse Entrepreneurs, also known to you as B&E. We are the premier networking organization with the best resources dedicated to Black nurses interested in launching, building, and growing their entrepreneurial endeavors. Today, we have with us our resident government contracting expert, B&E Platinum Elite member, and more importantly, the birthday girl herself, Miss Tamara Neely. Many of you know Tamara as a serial entrepreneur and an expert with her work with the VA and for homeless veterans. You know her as helping many nurses be able to launch businesses such as Clear Wave Labs, and she's also one half of the dynamic duo that represents the Group Home Blueprint 2.0. Without further ado, I'm going to present to you guys this special edition and the birthday girl herself, Miss Tamara Neely.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Thank
How
you so
are
much.
you? I mean, I get the honor and the privilege to talk to you on your birthday. Like, that's
Yes,
awesome.
yes. I always try to
Eh,
do something different for my birthday, and so this year I'm really giving back, really tapping into small business owners and wanted to just talk live and just give some knowledge. 50 is a milestone. And I've been blessed. And the cool thing about it is, I hope that I don't look 50. I don't
no.
feel 50. And so I've been really blessed. And so I always try to do something on my birthday that is different and unique. So one year I got my motorcycle license. So I've been riding motorcycles for over 12 years. Another year, I went and got my concealed weapon license. So I carry a gun. And so this year I wanted to because of COVID, and really not being able to do like things, something in person for Nurses Week. I wanted to come on my birthday and do come on live. So this is what I'm doing unique for my birthday this year. I'm giving back to small business owners and taking time away to pour back into the small business owner. So I'm very excited to be here and also being able to talk on this platform. So
So here's
thank
the
you.
Yes, absolutely. And before we get into this too deep, me and you, we represent the Taurus nation. So I have to
Oh
make
yeah.
sure, I wore my special Taurus shirt for a reason because we have to let the people know what season it is,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Oh
okay.
yes. Let
Just
them
so
know.
that they know. Let them know. Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
No, more importantly, we're blessed to have you here. And I just wanted to say happy birthday to you from one Taurus to the next, from one Black nurse entrepreneur to the
Yeah.
next. Happy birthday to you. Real briefly, because I know you got a laundry list of amazing things. Tell us real quickly, maybe for those that don't know who you are, give us a brief introduction and let us know a little bit about some of the things that you do.
Yeah, I told people that I'm just a little country girl from North Carolina, very small, and that God, I was looking at a post, when you have your birthday, your friends kind of they go down memory lane. And so one of my classmates from high school um, posted pictures from our yearbook.
Mhm.
And it made me think like I was a leader back then. I kind of really forgot about it because that was 1990 when I graduated from high school. But seeing that I was like, vice president of this club, president of this club, that I was a leader when I was in high school. And owning a business was really nothing that I wanted to do. I was okay with being an employee, but it struck me as like, oh, I can do that. And so um, I've always been that type. Like if I see someone doing something and they're not doing it correctly, I'm the type like I can do this. I don't need to wait on them because they're not going to do it. So if I want it, I got to go do it for myself. And so that's what led to me being a serial entrepreneur. So I started that business really working as an employee. A lady needing some help with home assessments, went out and helped her just one day for a couple hours. And when I went and she told me how much money she was making, and I'm like, you're a CNA, you're making this much money, and I'm a nurse, and I'm making this amount of money. immediately a light bulb went off, and I said, I'm going to do that because it's not rocket science. You need a nurse to do the assessments. The nurse is the person, the heart of that company that runs the whole business, and without the nurse, there's no company. So from that birth home care for the Carolinas, and this month is our 15th year anniversary.
Oh.
So May is definitely very special to me. And so started that. Then we started doing non-medical home care, HIV case management. We do started working with the VA here in Salisbury, Charlotte area, where we house homeless veterans. So we've been doing that over 10 years now. And then I started a nonprofit. And with that, it kind of mirrors my for-profit. So we house veterans in that program as well with the GPD program. So that have a clinic, real estate business with 11 doors. I've just really been blessed. And then, from last year, just thinking about last year, how when COVID happened, I always want to give back, for Nurses Week to do something. So last year, I was like, well, because I got to do my paperwork with my clinic and I got to renew it. And I just had to renew it. So that was just basically paying the fee. So it wasn't like I had to do any more work. I was like, well, let me teach people how to do this, because I bet you a lot of people don't even know that you can be testing and making money and doing something that you're already familiar with doing. So that's kind of what birthed, with COVID cleaning, doing COVID testing. Started that for Nurses Week last year. So it's been a year. Still have people applying and getting their labs open, but to see the impact. And one of my classmates definitely, when I tell you she's killing the game in North Carolina, she is really making a difference, being able, she's doing vaccinations, she's doing testing. And the thing about it is she's not even a nurse.
Yeah, it's impressive. It really is. But, I always I'm just inspired by your tenacity to keep going and keep pushing because, I always say that being surrounded by the people in this group have helped me out too. So I, when I have those moments of feeling like wanting to give up or what have you, I get inspired because I'm like, oh, well, look at what she just started, or look at her impact and how she's helped other people. And so I'm just always motivated by that. So again, as I always say, thank you. But right now, here in the moment, I probably think majority of people know you for government contracting. And I know that's something that you have done for, you're at about 15 years now, correct?
I've been in business for 15 years. I've been doing the VA contracts for over 10. And then I've been doing HIV case management with the county, doing a contract there with HRSA. We've been doing that for about 12 years. So pretty much, out of the 15 years, 12 years, we've been doing government contracts.
Which is very impressive. I think that's another thing, you were talking about CLIA Lab as being something that we didn't really know anything about. And I think government contracting is another one of those kind of hidden gems that a lot of people didn't really know was even possible. And so I credit you for bringing that to the forefront of the B&E audience, and how us as nurses with our businesses can really benefit from connecting with the government and just really going after these contracts. And so that leads me into your other part of it, is that you have taken on just the task of trying to educate as many people as possible about government contracting. So I'll let you, kind of expand upon that. And what does that mean?
Yes. So really a lot of people don't know about, when you hear the word government contracts, you already know that it's going to be a lot of paperwork involved. It's going to be a process. Anytime you're, trying to get any type of funding or money from the government, it's going to be a stack of papers. And so I tell people, it's a process. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get with working with the government. And so what I did is I started the Nursepreneur Academy back then, but now it's called the Nursepreneur CEO Academy, where I kind of walk people through the steps of how to get their business government ready. And the cool thing that happened, it's been now, it'll be it's been over a year. Well, actually, we started working together about 2 years ago. She found me out the blue. So when you go into, back then it was sam.gov. And so when you go there, um, no, actually it was fbo.gov. FBO, that was the Federal Business Opportunities.gov.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where they will put all the contracts. So there's a little button that you can hit where you can follow it, and it'll let you see each company that's interested in that contract. And so I would go out there and just to kind
Sure.
of follow it. And so there was this client end up becoming a client. This lady, she emailed me, she left me a voicemail, and I'm like, well, who is this? And she was like, she wanted to know if I could help her out, or would I like to partner with her on a contract, because she had no experience. She didn't know what she was doing, but she needed some assistance. And so we kind of played phone tag. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to work with her and see what happens. And little do we know, well, I knew once if she could get them to come out and inspect the property, that I knew I had the experience that I could win them over. I knew everything because I've been doing it for, over 10 years. So I kind of got started at the very beginning. So I have the blueprint. And so got it. They loved it. And she won a $4 million contract in Texas. And so from there, I was like, okay, let me start just doing it where I can replicate it, because it's kind of hard to work with just one person one on one.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like
Mm-hmm.
to do is be able to educate a lot of people at the same time. So that's kind of what grew the Nursepreneur CEO Academy, where I kind of walk you through getting your business government ready within 90 days. And because we're a lot of minority sisters, we can get our business credentialed as a women-owned small business, because there's money that's set aside, anywhere from 3 to 5% of money that's set aside for us. A lot of times nobody's even applying for it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
sitting there.
Yep.
It's just sitting
So,
there.
I think well, there's two big takeaways I take out of that is um, us collaborating and, connecting together with like-minded individuals to go after things. And B, it's just sitting there. Again, many of us don't even know what these terms mean. And so we're grateful that you walk us through what a set aside means, how to even go and get the certifications and things of that nature. And so, but the part about it's just sitting there because there's money in the government. Like you always say that the government is one of the biggest businesses in the world. And there's money there. There's no lack of money in the government. And if the money's just sitting there, like we want to go get it. We want to take advantage of it,
Oh yeah.
We want to take
Yes.
advantage of it. So are you ready? Are you ready to tell us our surprise?
Well, my surprise is I did extend my class. Usually it's always a set at a set price, and usually for Nurses Week is usually the only time that I have it on discount. And then sometimes I'll do it for Black Friday. Other than that, it's just regular price. So I'm extending the deadline to register, still at 50% off until uh, Monday, the 24th. We're going to be kicking off on Sunday, this Sunday, which is going to be May the 23rd. I'm going to be giving away my book. It tells you the 10 steps to get your business government ready. It's kind of, but if you want that hands on where you can actually learn the definitions, the terminology, look at a money award winning contract that I've used. If you're interested in doing housing with the VA, I have that where we kind of dissect that contract, and show you, because it's a lot, for me. I like to see, give me an example of something so that I can go out and do it. So we kind of really go through it, show you the steps that you need to do to get your business government ready. And it's something that you can do within 90 days. That's what a lot of people don't know. I think they're intimidated, but really, if you just kind of do it, and really it's the repetition. So I tell people, once you get your business government ready, you get those certifications. Now you have to go out there and apply for government contracts. And so that's something that I'm going to try to do like later on down the road, is where we actually, it's going to be a mastermind group where that's all we do is we're applying for contracts. We're looking like here's a way for we can team up, because what I see a lot of people doing now is like, I'm in North Carolina, but hey, I know my expertise because I know the game and I have the blueprint. I can do this program anywhere. It doesn't matter. It could be in Alaska. If I can get there or tell you what to do, I don't even have to go there. I can tell you the blueprint and tell you what to do. And because I did the girl who won the contract, she wasn't a nurse. And I had her up and going within 90 days, where she wasn't even working in her business. I made her do it so that she would know the ins and out. But within 90 days, she was able to work remotely. And she wasn't a nurse. So with a nurse, there's no learning curve. You could really in and out within 30 days, because of the systems that I've done over 10 years. And so just teaching people that, we have to get together. We can collaborate. We can do partnerships. We can do teaming arrangements where we can go and apply for contracts. And so we kind of do that with a group of ladies that we have right now. Like, we're going after different contracts depending on what state it's in. If we got somebody that can do it or who's in that state, and we think we have a good chance of winning, even if there's a possibility of winning, we're going to go after it, because the only way that you know that you won't get a contract is you have to apply for it. You won't know. You can never guess. And a lot of times it's not that many people applying. Like when I apply for my government contracts, sometimes in another city, another location, it may only be like two people. Two people. My agency and another agency, I have a 50% chance of winning a government contract, just because everybody's like, oh, I didn't miss the deadline. And so if that deadline says it's April the 5th at 2 o'clock, don't think you can give it to them at 2:01. It's null and void. They're not going to use it. So really just getting people to say, hey, once you get your business government ready, now you have to go after, you have to apply. You have
Yeah.
to apply.
You have to take those steps to move forward. One of the things I'll say about that is I'm kind of, sort of, unofficially, I guess, in another group of people who go after contracts and stuff. Well, what happened is this gentleman, I attended his course, and he created like a group where
Mm-hmm.
what he's doing is, I've taught you the plan, the blueprint, as you call it. I've taught you what to do. And so now I know that, we can collaborate and connect together. But these are people from everywhere. And so at the end of the day, which is fine, I have no problem with that. But at the end of the day, you know how I am about my nurses. I always want to make sure that we're taken care of. And like you said earlier, some of the people that you've seen success with government contracting or CLIA labs, so on, are not even nurses. And so I know that if we get on board with these types of things, that we can really take over or at least be
Yes.
very powerful. We can be powerful together. The problem sometimes is our skepticism to take that next step forward, to go ahead and learn the process. Or, let's be honest, I get it. The terms are kind of funny. They're a little goofy, but we went through nursing school. I mean,
Yes.
those got to be the craziest terms I've ever heard of, So if we can learn that medical terminology, then we can also learn the process that it takes to work with the government, especially with your guidance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. So I know that if I can teach a non-nurse how to, get her business started for not, in the medical field, and she's successful, I can take someone who's not even medical and help them to learn the medical terminology and to be successful with government contracts, then it's like a no-brainer. And I think as nurses, we get fear, procrastination, just like sets in. And so other people, because they don't know, they just like go by what I literally say. Like, I'm an analytical person. So I'm going to tell you what to do from 1 to 10, A to Z. And if you do those steps, then this is the blueprint. Do this, and they follow it to the T, and then boom, like. But then I see a lot of nurses like fearful, like they don't know, they just think things over, and they just don't do, and so they're just like stagnant, they're just waiting, and I don't know what they're waiting for. But in order to be successful, you're going to have to uh get outside the box. You're going to have to, just do it. And sometimes it's really our mindset.
Yeah.
It's the mindset.
We're blessed as a profession to make decent money. Um, let's just face it, we sometimes don't have to struggle because we're like, well, if I get tired of doing this, I'll just go work a shift over here or go work a shift there,
Hmm.
or we'll go travel or whatever. And so I think sometimes we get wrapped up in that comfort level of, I know I'm making good money. I know I only have to go work a couple of shifts, and that's that. And I think that sometimes when you work with people outside of nursing, they may feel the struggle, like this is do or die. Like I got to get this done because I don't know what my next part B is gonna be. So I have to go and make this work. And so I think with us, we have to just understand that our earning potential is limitless, and it extends way past just the hospital. We just get
Right.
so comfortable in that money that we make at the hospital, in the ability or flexibility to have options. And so sometimes we are skeptical because we're like, well, we already mastered nursing, so why do we need to go and master something else? When in
Hmm.
reality, the picture is a bigger, broader picture.
Oh yeah,
It's
definitely.
so bigger.
Oh yeah, definitely. It could, because as a owner, it's limitless. I could do it's so many possibilities I can do as a business owner. And so it starts with that mindset. I know that whatever I want to do or become, there's no limits. I don't have that limits. I don't have that employer giving me that cap of, you can only make $150,000 as is with this position. Well, I know that if I come over here and I get X amount of clients, and if I bring on some more, that I can make even more money. And so it's a beautiful thing, being a business owner. And I know that being entrepreneurship is not for everyone, but the ones who do want to do it, really, just giving it your all. Just like we did nursing school, we gave it our all. So if you
Mhm.
give your business just the 10% of what you gave nursing school and what you give your employer to your business, then you will be a success.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Before we close, you've hit a milestone. 50 years is very important. And I want to know, what is it that you've learned throughout the years that you can share with our audience?
Um, I guess I would say, I knew that, as we get older, and I know that death is going to come. We're all guaranteed two things in life, and that's life, that's death, and taxes. you
Hmm.
know, and so I knew as I got older, um, that I would look back over my life, and every time I go to someone's funeral or whatever, I always reflect on my life and say, okay, has Tamara been the best that she can be?
Hmm.
Um, was it something that I wanted to do that I didn't do? Did I let fear come in the way of me trying to achieve my goals, or whatever? And I can honestly say no. Everything that my mind perceived, and it was something that I wanted to do, I can honestly say that I have no regrets. Like, I'm living life to the fullest. So if you look at my friends, they'll be like, she's just whatever, like whatever. Like, I'm a gun carrying, motorcycle riding, speed loving, you know, I just enjoy life. I think life is so precious. And so what COVID showed me is that it waits for no one.
Hmm.
Like, you can be here today and you can be healthy. like, and 30 days later, you can be gone.
Oh,
So I'm living each day as, I've been doing that. I've been living each day as if you just don't know. So I want to uh, succeed in whatever goals that I want to reach. And so working on my DMP, I've been wanting to like quit, but I know that I would be upset with myself knowing that I should have done it. Like I have to put the work in. And so once I get this, like, what else do I want to achieve? I don't know. But whatever I put my mind to it, I'm going to do it until I succeed at it. And so that's what I told people. If it's starting your own business, if it's going back to school, or if it's just being a better employee, you know, because we do need employees. Everybody can't be the employer, right? So it's just being the best version of yourself and not letting procrastination and fear step in from killing you of your destiny and your dreams. So um, as I get older, I'm going to always be making sure that I'm being the best version of Tamara. I can't be anybody else. I can only be the best version of myself. But I do know that God has blessed me, and I've always said once when I learn something, I want to teach other people how to do this because I can't serve all of the veterans. I can't serve
mhm.
all the I can't have all the employees. So I want to share my knowledge, what I've learned with other people. And so I wanted to come on and to give back and to let people know that if I could win $1 million contracts and then teach other people how to win $1 million contracts, then I'm not special. It's just that I never gave up. I've been
Yeah.
persistent.
Very good. God, you got me over here all teary-eyed, Tamara.
What? No, it's my birthday. I'm 50. No.
That's awesome. I'm going to share with you a couple of comments and then we will wrap up. Everybody can join us for the after show over on Clubhouse here in just a few minutes. But of course, there are tons of happy birthday Tamaras on here. There's also Sandra Cleveland says she's going to allow us to keep our tourist season.
Yes. Uh-huh.
um, let's see here. A couple of people are definitely interested. So you guys just make sure that you utilize the code there. I put it at the bottom of the screen, MPCEO, for the
Mhm.
50% off, and visit the website, govtready.com. Life is limitless. That is so true. And then
Yes.
Sandra says that she is not going to allow you to quit. You know what? I've
Yes.
never done this before, look, but I want to show you. There you are. Can you see that,
Yes.
Tamara?
Yes, I can.
Very good. And
Yeah.
then we have a user that says on here, amazing information, Tamara. And then
Okay.
I have a beautiful
Okay.
and Miss Regina from Longview, Texas says she is definitely interested
Okay.
and so on. So you can hop in there in the Facebook group and see some of them. But I wanted to be able to share
Okay.
some of your comments with you. But most importantly, Tamara, I just thank you for your generosity, not only to the B&E community, but also to myself and to the world. You know, being being inspirational sometimes takes a lot out of us because we pour. You're constantly pouring from that cup. So I'm hoping that today that you will practice some self-care and let some people pour into you. Okay.
Oh
And
yes.
okay, listen, you need the day off. So if they're gonna take you out to eat, go out to eat, sit out on a
Yes.
patio,
Oh yeah.
chill, let the wind blow through your hair, and just let God rejuvenate your spirit. Okay.
Oh, I will. I always do that. My cup is, in order for me to pour back into the community and to everyone else, and to be a medical provider, really to be a mental health provider, your cup has to be full all the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm always filling up, doing different activities, and self care definitely is one of those things. So I did that on my way home in my car with the wind out, the sunshine on me. So Definitely, I'm going to enjoy my family and friends this evening, and I just wanted to come on and to share with the B&E community. But use that code MPCEO. Go to the website www.thenursepreneur.com, or either www.govt.ready.com, and use that code MPCEO for 50% off. I'm excited. We're going to kick off this Sunday, the 23rd at 7 o'clock, from 7 to 8. We're going to do an intro kickoff and get you ready where you can have your business government ready. There's money out there, there's money to be made. And hey, why not you?
Why not
Why
you?
not you?
Why not? All right, perfect. Well, I thank you, appreciate you. You guys, again, as I always say, we are the trend. We represent trend setting in the Black nurse community. So I want to challenge each and every one of you to go out there and be absolutely great and fantastic. Happy birthday to the queen of government contracting, the nursepreneur
Yes.
herself, Miss Tamara Neely. And as I said earlier, follow us over on Clubhouse where we'll continue this conversation. So that is our time for today. We will see you over on the other side. Have a good one, guys.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you for the
Bye.
birthday wishes. Bye.